as there is an internal tracking that your entity framework does for the objects, so it will have a look whether any property got changed, then it will perform an update operation. Let me put a breakpoint here and say F5. Now I'll say F10. Then I see this, so it has executed a query with where clause, where department ID is 1003, and it has got that record, mark M and development. Now I'm trying to update the department name. Now you can see that department name in the object got updated to dev. Now I'm making this update to the database. Now there is an update query. You can observe this update query. It is changing the department name with this particular department ID, the properties that it has got from the object. So that's it. It should have updated the department. I'll say dev. So this is your update. Now the same thing, instead of first or default, I'll say first. I'm trying to look for the same department and say first. Instead of dev, I'll make it now to development. Now let me execute. It should work as expected. The department name should get updated to development. Now, what is the difference between first and first or default? The difference is, say I'm looking for a department 100, and before I make any kind of updates, I'll say if DEPT is not equals to null, then only I'm going to perform this update operation. That means if that record is available. If I'm using first, as we know very well, the department is not available. If I use first, let us see whether it stores null in the department or not. No, it throws an exception saying that the sequence contains no element. So there is no element with 1000. So it won't handle the null values and it won't store null in department. This query does not return null value if it is first and the record does not exist. So instead of first, if I say first or default and I put a breakpoint over here, now you can see that this has returned null value. So first or default returns a null value if that record does not exist, whereas first will throw an exception if record does not exist. Say 5. So this is all about your update operation. Let me comment it out. And surround with hash region. Now finally, let us try to perform delete operation. So again, to delete a record, I need to look for that record. So I'll say var department equals to OE dot departments dot where x gives rise to x dot department ID equals to, this time I'm going to delete the department that I have recently created. So department with department ID 3026 3026 dot first or default. Now I'll say OE dot departments dot remove. So this time I'll use remove. It is going to remove this particular department that I have searched just now. Say save. Finally I'll say OE dot save changes. Now let me put a breakpoint here. Say F5. Say F10. So it should search for the department. So I got the department e-learning, and I'll say remove. Finally say save changes. So you can see that delete query here, it has deleted that particular record. Now let me execute or refresh the data. You won't find e-learning here. Say 5. So this is your delete operation. Now I'll say surround with hash region delete. And I'll comment it out. So finally we have done create, read, update and delete operation. That is nothing but CRUD operations. So that's it. This is all about your CRUD operations in entity framework with DB context object. As I promised that I'm going to share you a document for link, lambda and query expressions. So the document is here. So link query examples using method and query syntax. Lambda expression are also called as method based syntax. So I have taken the example with employee table and department table, and this is the SQL Server query, that is nothing but select star from TBL department and its equivalent lambda expression and query expression. So DEV is the object of your organization entities. I have tried to gather almost all the scenarios that we normally use in most of the projects. So here we have column aliasing, how to do column aliasing in lambda expression and query expression, top, how to perform top, select top in lambda expression and query expression, order by, then order by multiple columns, then we have expressions, in, not in clauses, between clauses, is null, how to handle null values, aggregate functions, then writing expressions, group by clauses, and finally joins. So I'm going to share these documents, so you can take the help of these documents to write. Either you can write lambda expression or query expression, and its equivalent SQL Server query is available here. So I'm going to share this. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much.